The $150 Costco hot dog meal, the greatest meal deal in history. Love Live, the greatest idol franchise in history. Two titans of their respective crafts with equally rabid fan bases. The greatest deal in history, the greatest franchise in history. Idol hell, food hell. But none of them have been mixed together. Until now. It's time to answer the age-old question that has made philosophers shit their pants in fear. Which Love Live girl would get the $150 Costco hot dog meal? None of them, because like they don't have a Costco membership. They can't afford them. They're still high school students. All right, video done. Nah, I'm joking. Of course not. I wouldn't do that. I'm just gonna jump right into this. This is not an accurate representation of the Love Live franchise, and this list is mainly made as a joke. Kind of. Also, I'm a fake fan because I have not started Hasunosora yet. We'll get there when we get there though. Now there's like way more than 50 characters in this entire franchise. I feel like if we get through all of them, it's gonna take a while. So let's clear out the most obvious girls who definitely get the $150 Costco hot dog meal. So, why did I choose everyone here? Glutton, 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 Italian American, also glutton, glutton, meat eater, American, glutton, American, American. Yeah, basically that sums it up. Now with that out of the way, it's time to truly start this list, starting with our OG's Muse. Admittedly, I'm not familiar with Muse compared to most of the later entries in the franchise, but I still love Muse nonetheless. Season 2 of School Idol Project made me cry hard, and the movie is absolute cinema. But we're not here to glaze at all, we're here to answer some burning questions in our minds. Like, is Rin Hoshizora gonna get that $150 Costco hot dog meal should she enter a Costco? I mean, she's basically a cat. Everyone loves cats. And everyone also loves the $150 Costco hot dog meal, except for vegans. So yeah, she would absolutely get the Costco hot dog meal. As a matter of fact, she'd not only get one, she'd probably share one with Hanayo, and they'd probably like Lady in the Tramp Pocky challenge it. Now for you fan artists out there, I just gave you your biggest Yuri idea yet. You're very welcome. Now moving on to Maki Nishikino. Yeah, no, that girl is not getting that Costco hot dog meal. You take one good look at this girl and you're like, yeah, that girl has other priorities than to deal with a high quality beef hot dog from an American store. I mean, it's not just because she's a rich girl, but she's also going to become a doctor. If anything, she's gonna be like, yeah, that hot dog's gonna have a lot of salt content. You probably shouldn't eat that. And besides, this girl's doing gum commercials. I don't see her doing a hot dog commercial, you know? So yeah, she's not gonna get it, but there is one exception. And that's if Nico shoves the hot dog down her throat forcefully. Alright, moving on, Kotori Minami. Now, a lot of people love Kotori. Kotori's like the anti-Maki, whereas Maki is very blunt and stoic. Meanwhile, Kotori just kind of goes with the flow. I mean, you've seen School Idol Project. She became an idol with Honoka because Honoka was doing it, and she's like, I want to do that too. So if we apply that logic to here, Kotori would not get the hot dog combo on her own, but if Honoka were to grab one, she'd grab one too out of obligation. She'd be like, yeah, if you're getting one, Honoka-chan, I'm definitely getting one too, Honoka-chan. Why did I have to do that? Oh yeah, as a side note, I decided to read Kotori's School Idol Diary, and my god, this girl should not be near Umi. Like, what the f do you mean Kotori has voodoo dolls of Umi in her room? And I'm not talking about like doll, I'm talking about dolls, plural, with an S. Imagine if you found out that your friend has voodoo dolls of you. You'd probably call the police on them. Or you'd really like that, you sadistic motherfucker. Speaking of Umi, why don't we move on to Otto's favorite Love Liver? We all love Umi because she is so serious but also very goofy at the same time. But she is also another thing. Crazy. I mean, this is the same girl that forced Honoka to go on a diet even though she looked fine. I know she couldn't fit into her costume, but like, could they just made like a little minor adjustment? Is that even hard? Wait, what am I even talking about? Yeah, that makes sense. But back to Umi, her family, and by extension her, are very serious and very, very traditional. I mean, they don't live in a dojo for nothing. And Umi knows like every kind of traditional Japanese practice known to man, so yeah, I don't think she's grabbing the hot dog combo anytime soon. Now I know that everyone in Muse went to New York and probably Umi has bought and eaten a dirty water dog, but does that mean anything in the grand scheme of things? No. She's still not getting one. Alright, up next, Nico Yazawa. Even if you don't know who Nico is, you already know who she is. You've seen her everywhere. And since we're doing that whole great meme reset of 2026, you remember that hit or miss girl? Yeah, she was cosplaying as Nico. Anyways, for the 5% of you that have been actually listening to this video and not just putting this for background play, then you already know that I said that Nico is buying that hot dog to shove it down Maki's throat. So yes, absolutely she's getting that combo. Same thing with Nozomi. On a good or bad day, those cards are definitely telling her to eat that damn hot dog. And she will do that. And besides, her favorite food? Yakiniku. Meat. In fact, I should have put her at the beginning with the entire list up here, but you know what? It's too late to change that. And of course, this girl loves big things. And you know that Costco hot dog is a 1/4 pound of meat and also comes with a large drink. So you know she's gonna eat that shit up. And finally, tying up Muse, we have our favorite part Russian ballerina, Eli Ayase. This scene is all I need for confirmation. Also, since we're talking about Eli, when I was first watching School Idol Project, I was like, damn, Eli's an ass. But then of course I progressed through the series and Eli became cool and I was like, yeah, she's cool. And then the animators were like, damn, Eli's got ass, and they start showing her ass more and I suddenly became scared. Early 2010s anime will do it for ya. But now that we're finished with Muse, it's time to move on to my favorite saga of the Love Live franchise, Sunshine and Aqua. Okay, you can tell I'm filming this on another day because I changed my shirt. Also, I spent like $70 on this shirt in Disneyland. If I'm gonna use this shirt, I'm gonna be using it well. As I just said, Love Live Sunshine is easily my favorite out of any of the Love Live series. And I'm also kind of proud to admit that out of everything I've ever seen, Love Live Sunshine was the one that made me cry the most. I'm not even joking, like the final episode broke my heart. I cried like 5 times during that. They know how to bring the house down. One of the most special aspects about Love Live Sunshine is that unlike most of the series, this actually takes place outside of Tokyo, in the city of Numazu, or more specifically Uchiura. And the thing about Numazu is that they don't have a Costco there. The nearest one is like 2 hours away in another prefecture. And so you're gonna assume that I'm gonna put most of the Aqua girls into the not eating the hot dog category, except for Mari. Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. I would never do that to my goats. Let's say that one day Mari decides to pull a Regina George and is like, get in losers, we're going shopping, and then she drives 2 hours to the nearest Costco. Okay, now that's figured it out, let's just go through everybody. So we already established that Hanamaru and Mari are getting that hot dog. Hanamaru is of course a glutton. I mean, ever since her Focus episode was finished, all she's been doing in the screen time she takes up, eating and roasting Yoshiko. That's it. So it's safe to assume that she's getting the hot dog. But also she really likes that long bread, the nopal bread. And it always reminds me of a chicken bake from Costco. And I feel like she'd order that as well. Do they even have chicken bakes in Costco Japan? Huh, turns out they don't. Wow, that's something. And then up next we have Mari, of course. You know, now I think about it, Mari is a rich girl, probably the richest girl in Love Live history. Why is she the one immediately buying the hot dog, even though most of the upper middle and rich girls in the Love Live franchise have already been established to not order the hot dog, at least according to me? Well, if you've been listening, of course, she's Italian-American. I'm just assuming all Americans have eaten the hot dog. And in one of the drama CDs, she goes to town on some burgers. And we can probably assume she does the same to hot dogs. I mean, it's meat in between buns. And you know what? I can totally bet that she definitely had some Costco hot dogs off screen. Oh yeah, and Hanamaru is also in that drama CD, so it all kind of ties together neatly. And since we're talking about Mari, I have to acknowledge her seiyuu, Aina Suzuki, and the way she starts flexing her folk singing skills while she's singing Sunshine Pika Pika Ando. God, so addicting. Shout out Aina Suzuki. Okay, let's get things started actually. Up first we have Ruby Kurosawa. And let's see how long it takes for me to not say those forbidden words, which won't be a long time. Ruby Kurosawa is a bit of a wild card. I mean, on one hand, she's a very rich girl who grew up in a very traditional household. And going by Umi and Maki logic, that probably means she probably wouldn't eat one. But on the other hand, she's freaking Ruby Kurosawa. She can do whatever she wants. Yeah, she is totally buying that hot dog, and she'll probably not like it more than me. God. Up next we have Yohane. It's Yohane. Now this one's a pretty hard one because you gotta ask yourself this question. Would a fallen angel think a $150 Costco hot dog meal with a large Diet Coke be better than the delicacies of the underworld? I mean, that's a pretty complicated question, but think about it like this. Costco is the earthly manifestation of the concept of hell. So yeah, of course Yohane would get it. Oh yeah, not only that, I bet she'd eat a ton of it like Mari and Hanamaru does in the Drama City because guess what? She was also in the Drama City. So ties up everything together, I guess. Now here's a quick question for you. If Yohane were to ever meet the Rizzler in real life, do you think Yohane would call him her little demon? Or is that weird? Let me know in the comments below. And speaking of the Rizzler, don't ask how I have this and why it's signed. What is even in this damn house? Up next, my goat, Chika Takami. Man, I love Chika. Honestly, one of the best protagonists in any anime. But I'm not here to glaze her. I'm here to answer the question, if she were to go to a Costco, would she get the $150 Costco hot dog combo? I mean, if you take a look at her favorite foods, she likes mikans. But she doesn't like coffee or fermented fish organs, which is apparently a thing. Also, Anju Inami, who plays Chika in Love Live Sunshine, also played Chitose in Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. And in that game, you can get yourself a hot dog at a restaurant, which by certain logic means that, yep, Chika would definitely order the Costco hot dog combo. Moving on, we got Yo Watanabe, probably my favorite Aqua member. I love her design, I love her personality, I love her voice, I love Shuka Saito. However, does that mean that she's gonna order the $150 Costco hot dog meal? Now call it blasphemy, but I really didn't think that she'd order the Costco hot dog meal. I mean, this girl is a diver, and not just any diver. She could be Olympic level if she continued. And then I remembered her favorite foods. Salisbury steak, like meat, and she hates anything that's too dry. And you know what isn't dry? Yeah, the Costco hot dog. Yeah, you know what, I'm biased. She would definitely get the Costco hot dog meal. But if I wasn't biased, she'd still get it, but mostly out of obligation for Chika, kind of like with Kotori and Honoka. And up next we have Riko, and like Ruby, is a bit of a wild card. You know, Riko is a bit like Maki. I mean, they both got red hair, they play piano, they're pretty rich from what I can tell, and also they were in that one fan dusion where they end up in a relationship together, and it was actually really good, and I should probably stop talking about this. Riko actually grew up in Tokyo, which means she's probably seen a Costco in her lifetime. But does that mean anything in the grand scheme of things? And like, you take one good look at Riko and you're like, yeah, that girl is definitely not ordering the Costco hot dog meal. That girl looks like she has other priorities, like porn. So yeah, in the end, I don't think Riko's getting that Costco hot dog combo in the end. Or so I thought. There is a Riko card from everyone's favorite Love Live Gacha game that shows her feeding a hot dog to Yoshiko. That's a freaking hot dog right there in that dish. That girl is definitely buying that Costco hot dog meal no matter what. Hey, what's up? It's Future Me. I just wanted to add something real quick. You see, Rikako Ida, who is Riko's Seiyu, actually grew up in Pasadena at some point in her life. And I just wanted to point that out because I feel like it would have been a missed opportunity not to point that out because I was in LA at the time. That's literally it. I just wanted to say that. So yeah, Chika, Yo, Riko, they're all getting the hot dog. And by the way, guys, are you Team Chika Riko, Team Chika Yo, or Team Yo Riko? Sound it off in the comments below, and I want to see everyone fighting. I will join you guys in the fight. I won't tell you what team I'm on, though. Now we move on to the third years, and up first we have Daya Kurosawa. Honestly, Daya was a bit of a tough nut to crack. I thought initially that she'd be down to order the combo. However, I decided to apply Maki knowledge with this, and it seemed a bit more realistic for her. As in, it's more realistic and in character for Daya to not eat the hot dog, but instead getting a hot dog shoved down her throat from either Mari or Kanon. And also, according to the wiki, Daya's least favorite food is Salisbury steak, and you can see her cards, she eats a lot of sweets and puddings. So no, I don't think Daya's gonna order that combo anytime soon. And since we brought up Kanon Matsuda would definitely get the Costco hot dog combo. But she wouldn't get it to eat it, she'd mostly get it to shove it down someone's throat. You know, Daya. Would she get it on her own though? Yeah, probably. But then again, you look at her and she's really fit. She doesn't really look like the type of person to eat a hot dog. I really don't think Kanon is that type of person to be super concerned about health and nutrition compared to like other people on this list. So I think she'd still get one nonetheless. God, you know, I wish I had more to say about Kanon because she's honestly one of my favorite idols in the franchise. But just like her role in the anime, once everything's done, there's nothing really to say about her. By the way, that wasn't a diss to canon. I love canon. I am a canon defender. Suwawa, play Fortnite with me. Alright, Nijigasaki time! Now this one holds a special place in my heart because this is technically the first Love Live series I ever got into. I have a very strong connection with Nijigasaki. I mean, without it, I wouldn't be here where I am today. Broke, lonely, single, and also in idle health. So with Nijigasaki, we've already put 3 characters up on the board. Lonju, Emma, and Mia. And Mia in particular is like the most obvious choice for the list. Because number 1, she's a New Yorker. She's probably eating some dirty water dogs. This is probably a South Boston. I don't even know what accent I'm doing. And we've seen throughout the series, she's a burger fiend. She loves burgers. So we can assume the same thing. She also loves hot dogs. And I'm gonna throw a bone here. On everyone's soul, Mia has definitely not just eaten a Costco hot dog canonically, but she's also probably had hundreds before. And with Emma and Lonju, I mean, Emma's a big glutton, she's not that picky, and Lonju loves her meat, so let's move on with the rest of the girls. And first off, we have my girl Shizuku Osaka. I don't care what anyone says, she's going straight to the top. Yes, she is ordering that Costco hot dog combo. I mean, she's in my profile pic for a reason. If we don't like the same things, then that means nothing. And you know what, look at this scene from season 2. Look at her eat that burger. That's basically confirmation she definitely eat a hot dog. And also, like that scene where Kasumi pulls out a bun from her butt. Yeah, that basically is confirmation that Kasumi's probably given her some hot dogs at some point. But more on Kasumi later. But yep, my girl Shizuku Osaka definitely getting that hot dog. I don't care what anyone says. Up next, Shioriko Mifune. Now, unpopular opinion, I actually love Shioriko a lot. I might be one of the only 7 Shioriko fans on this earth. And as a Shioriko mega fan, I can safely say without a shadow of a doubt that she is ordering that Costco hot dog combo. And you might think that's weird because she looks like the diet type. I mean, she's from a traditional family, and she's also not really inclined to order a hot dog, or at least it seems like she wouldn't. But here's the thing. There's official art of her holding a hot dog. Is that enough for you guys? And have you seen any of the cards from the gacha games? I mean, that girl is going to town on some big-ass burgers. Yep, she's definitely getting one. Up next, we have Rina Tennoji, who is actually my first favorite idol from the Love Live franchise. I don't have much to say about Rina because she holds such a special place in my heart. She's one of the most unique idols in the franchise. The Rina board is super cool. I just think she's really cool and also very sweet. And this is the point where you realize I'm running out of things to say. How long is this video already? I don't even know. But do you think Rina Tennoji would order a Costco hot dog meal for only $1.50 or 150 yen? You know what, thinking about it, probably not. I'm just kidding, she definitely will. If you know your Nijigasaki lord, then you already know that Rina and Mia are endgame canon couple. I don't care what anyone says, they are endgame. Rina wouldn't just order one hot dog, she'd order multiple. And then Mia and Rina would start doing like a Lady and the Tramp thing, kind of like with Rin and Hanayo as I established earlier. It's pretty cute actually. And rounding out the first years, Kasumi. If you know Kasumi, absolute gremlin, the cutest girl there is, and has also probably started a crypto coin at some point. And also, as we kind of established with Shizuku, she can also bake. But what's even more important than the fact that she can bake is that we already have confirmation of her eating a frickin' hot dog. No, I'm being serious. There's official art of her eating a hot dog. Now, I know this is only a conbini hot dog, but you know what? Causation, correlation, blah, blah. She's definitely getting that Costco hot dog combo. And while we're at it, also in the art is Ayumu Uehara. I'm not even gonna say the meme. But look, although she's not eating the hot dog, she's clearly holding the hot dog, which she intends to eat, so we can infer that she's definitely ordering the Costco hot dog combo. Oh yeah, and by proxy, Yu Takasaki is also getting that hot dog. I know she doesn't count as an idol, but I'm counting her as well. And Ayumu and Yu are totally sharing that hot dog, not just Rin Hanayo style. We're talking about like the most intense and intimate way possible. It's gonna make it look like they're recreating some sort of Shakespeare romance. But since we're bringing this up, I just want to point out how much Love Live staff does not f around with Ayumu and Yu. The ending of Season 1, Episode 11 of Nijigasaki was easily one of the craziest things I've ever seen, and I've seen some crazy shit. Like, I'm being serious, who cooked this up? This is actually kind of amazing. And it's not just like with the animated and the game stuff, but also with the real life voice actor stuff with Aguri Onishi and Hinaki Yano. I mean, these two who play their respective characters are just hamming it up with this bit. I mean, this is all just to serve the fact that Yu Pamu is one of the greatest anime ships of all time, and that I totally agree, and it kind of makes me forget that I also ship Ayumu with Setsuna. Speaking of Setsuna, let's move on to Setsuna Yuki. Do you think she's ordering the hot dog? To make things simple, we're just gonna be talking about Setsuna. However, just for consistency's sake, Nana Nakagawa would definitely not get that hot dog combo. Now anyways, Setsuna Yuki, yeah, absolutely she'd get that hot dog combo. You know, I was gonna say something else here, but like, I think it's kind of obvious she'd eat the hot dog combo. I really wish I had more things to say about her, but I mean, I just love Setsuna Yuki, bro. And as I said, I do also ship her with Ayumu. I need to go outside more. We're closing in on the end of the second years. I mean, we did cover Laundry already. So up next and finally, we have Ai Miyashita. In my opinion, Ai is one of the most underrated characters in the entire franchise. She's such a lovable character with a great voice and a great personality, and also some great angst potential for my upcoming Mia, Rina, Ai love triangle fanfiction. That is totally a real thing that'll make happen if you guys subscribe. And have you heard her duet with Longju in that new album? It is so good. And since we're on the topic of that new album, it's awesome. I freaking love Viva by Shioriko and Rina. I mean, I'm not even gonna say what happens to that song. If you listen to that song, your mind will be blown away. Back with I think with her close relationship with Rina and Mia, she'd probably get the hot dog too. And also in one of the cards, you can clearly see that she's grilling up some delicious stuff on a barbecue. And what's on that plate? Oh look, a hot dog. Ai is totally getting that hot dog combo. Now up next we have Karin Asuka, our resident sexy idol. Those are not my words, those are their words, okay? Now, for once here in the Nijigasaki section, she is not getting that hot dog straight up. And you may think that's pretty obvious because she's a model, she has to maintain her figure, and hot dogs aren't really that low calorie. No, that's not it at all. I think she'd get the hot dog, but the thing is, she'd totally get lost in that Costco. I mean, have you seen how big that place is? I mean, it's no IKEA, but it's still huge enough for someone to get lost in. And for someone like Karin who has really bad directions, that doesn't really bode well, you know? So yeah, in the end, she's not getting it. And so, to round out not just the third years, but also Nijigasaki as a whole, Kanata, voiced by my legend, Akari Hito. Don't you find it kind of funny that Akari Hito is always typecasted as sleepy people? Kinda like I think Kanata's pretty underrated. Not a lot of people talk about her. But Kanata's awesome. I love her voice. Some of her songs are some of the best in the Nijigasaki catalog, and I really enjoyed her focus episode in the anime. Also, like, her sleepiness is like a great gimmick. And I'm just gonna say this right now, I know some of you guys out there want her to dote on you. You assholes. Kanata is also a very good cook. Like a really, really good cook. I mean, she manages to fix whatever the f Setsuna Yuki was cooking up. And guess what? You know who else is a really good cook? Julia Child. And Julia Child loves Costco hot dogs. Therefore, applying Julia Child logic, then that means Kanata would totally get the Costco hot dog combo. Now you might think that's stupid, but here's the thing. My list, my rules. You know, I need to go outside more, I swear. And with that, we officially got through the Nijigasaki section. Oh my god, there's so many more characters to get through. Fuck. Liella and Superstar is up next, and this is actually the second Love Live series I got into. Okay, you know what? I'll say this right now. Superstar hate is overblown, and I really think season 3 was one of the greatest Love Live seasons of all time. Yeah, shoot me if you want to, but I'm right. Liella's got like 11 members, and all of them are equally insane. That's what kind of makes the group special though. I love how everyone's kind of a nut job in their own way. Starting with Canon Shibuya, I initially thought that she wouldn't order the Costco hot dog solely on the basis that she runs a business with her family. I mean, they run a cafe. They have baked goods and fresh pastries. I don't think they'd be down for a Costco hot dog that's been artificially produced. I personally thought that Canon would find it kind of disgusting. But then again, I went back to Superstar and I just remembered this song. Yeah, she's totally grabbing the Costco hot dog. Hong Cuckoo, our favorite Shanghai idol. As the name implies, she is pretty cuckoo. Cuckoo is like a walking meme and also a big idol otaku, and we all love her for it. But does her love of Sunny Passion outweigh the love she would get for a Costco hot dog combo for only 150 yen? Of course not, but you know what? She'd still buy it nonetheless, and she'd probably get some ice cream cones on the side too. Oh yeah, and she'd totally buy one to shove it down Sumire's throat. Up next we have Chisato, and this is where the part where I initially disagreed with my friend. I kind of explained that Chisato and Kanon were childhood friends, and then he was inclined to think that Chisato would definitely buy one out of obligation for Kanon. But I thought Chisato wouldn't order a hot dog on the sole basis that it's not round. And you know, she loves round things. And the last time I checked, hot dogs aren't round, they're cylinders of meat. And that's when I was wrong. I completely forgot that fundamentally, cylinders are technically round. You can tell that I'm not really good at math. So Chisato totally getting a Costco hot dog combo. Up next we have Sumire Heiana, one of 2 slay queens in Liella. And we all know what they say about slay queens. What? That's what it means? Holy what? Anyways, Sumire might be one of my favorite characters in all of Love Live Superstar. Actually, that'd be Ween, but I'd say they're pretty interchangeable. And since Ween is already getting that damn Costco hot dog combo, I feel inclined to say that Sumire would also probably get one. I mean, it's either that or Cuckoo buys one and she shoves it down her throat. Either one could work. Now to round out the OG 5, Ren Hazuki. Now, pre-season 1, episode 8 Ren would totally not get the combo at all. Like Eli and a bit of Maki, Ren was a bit of an asshole student council president, and she definitely looked like she had other priorities to deal with, and one of them was definitely not eating a Costco hot dog. I mean, what does she have to deal with? Like, running the school, figuring out what to do for the cultural festival, dealing with family problems at home, grieving her dead mom. Okay, you know what, that's completely fair. But you know, the series progressed and she lighted up a bit, and she's also become a pro gamer. So with that context, she's definitely grabbing the Costco hot dog combo. And you know what, I'm gonna say this right now, she totally shared that hot dog with Kanon, because Kanon Ren is real. I believe in Kanon Ren, you cannot stop me. Now we move on to the second wave of Liella members, and I know some of you guys don't like them, and to that I say, get out. No, I'm being serious, get out right now. First up, we have Kinako. Now, Kinako comes from the countryside of Hokkaido, also known as Hicksville, and also known as the middle of buttfuck nowhere. And you know, Kinako moves to the big city of Tokyo and wants to explore the fullest out of there, and also wants to make the most out of her time there. And now I'm kind of sounding like an early 2000s teen rom-com. So I think she totally ordered a Costco hot dog mostly as a city experience. Now we have Mei, and as you can tell, I am slowly running out of things to say. Not that I hate Mei, I love Mei, she is wonderful. I mean, she's a gamer, and she also loves cats, and she's also a big idol otaku just like me. I don't think that's really good qualities, but you know. If she's similar to me, then she'd probably get the Costco hot dog combo, and also the fact that in one of her cards in everyone's favorite gacha game, she's clearly holding something that looks like a hot dog. Up next, we have Shiki Wakana, personally my favorite second gen girl. Now this girl is crazy, but not just any kind of crazy. She's just flat out insane. But her relationship with Mei, oh my god, ugh, beautiful. Anyways, just like with Chisato, my friend and I were kind of having some disagreements on where Shiki would be put in the list. On my side, I thought Shiki would get the hot dog combo to share it with Mei. But then my friend makes this point.
You know, it's a coin toss with STEM girls, because some STEM girls, right, are freaks and have very bad bowel. Is that the word? Their stomach is really horrendous.
You know what? When I first heard about the response, I thought it was insane, but I couldn't really fight it because it was also insane and I like insanity. So, yeah, I have to agree with him. Now, unlike Shiki, Natsumi Onitsuka is actually pretty easy to figure out. She's an influencer, she's money hungry, and she's also a family girly. And you know who that reminds me of? That's right, the Costco guys. Yeah, did you really thought I would not mention my goats in a video about Costco? Yeah, you are horribly wrong. And look, the Costco guys are all about their chicken bakes and their double chunk chocolate cookies. However, I still think at the end of the day, it's Costco, and Natsumi would still take inspiration from them and get a hot dog combo. So yeah, Natsumi's getting that hot dog combo. Now moving on to the third gen, we already established that Ween's getting a hot dog combo because look at this girl. She's eating like there's no tomorrow. But also in the third gen, we have Tamari Onitsuka. Yeah, that's right, that's Natsumi's sister. She's cold, calculating, always wants to make a profit, but would definitely make for a good crypto investor. I think personally for Tamari, she'd probably think that waiting in line for a $1.50 Costco hot dog combo would be a complete waste of time and that she'd rather go home and make it herself. Would it be cheaper? Absolutely not, but you know, time is money. Also in season 3, episode 6, Love Live Superstar, we see everyone at a buffet and then Ween's just grabbing everything she sees. Meanwhile, Tamari's over here just eating a frickin' salad. Tamari is like the Brian Johnson of the Love Live universe. Costco hot dog combo? Oh hell no, just give her like a super veggie and nutty pudding and she won't die. So yeah, I don't think she's getting the $1.50 Costco hot dog combo like at all. Not even if Ween forces her to get it. And that wraps up Liella, and oh my god, we still have so much to get through. This section of the video is gonna be kind of a lightning round because again, I have barely started Hasu, so I kind of know nothing about it. Now, I do know that this takes place in Kanazawa, Japan. However, Hasunosora itself, like the school, it's in the middle of butt nowhere. But let's just say like all the girls went to Costco, including the ones that graduated. I don't know who's driving, don't ask me, let's just say that happens. But rest assured, I will try to get into Hasunosora before the movie comes out, which by the way looks amazing. Kaho, our main girl, kind of an idiot, but also not a very picky eater. She is totally getting that Costco hot dog combo. Sayaka, I initially said no because she's a pro figure skater, but I decided with yes because you know what? She definitely looked like she'd try one. Rurino, we already established, but to elaborate, she's been to California and stayed abroad there, and we're just gonna assume that she had a best friend who had a Costco membership, so they went to Costco together to have the hot dog combo, and I believe that's canon, and you cannot stop me from that. Moving on to the 102nd class, I don't think Kazue's gonna get one. She seems way too refined for a hot dog, so no, she's not getting one. Megumi is an idiot, but she'd get the Costco hot dog meal, and especially her graduated self since she's in America now. And Suzuri, this one's actually the one that my friend and I were trying to decide on. On first glance, she looks like someone that would definitely not order the hot dog, but then as we read more about her personality, we realized that she's also pretty absent-minded and likes listening to others. My friend and I decided to make a compromise, and we decided to create a new category. Would eat the Costco hot dog, would completely forget to eat it.
Wait, you said that Kanata would get it, right? But wouldn't she just fall asleep and forget to eat it?
Man, fuck you. And since we were making new categories, I decided to make a new category for something that's been reoccurring here. Would get the Costco hot dog, but to shove it down someone's throat. And then I put Nico, Kanen, Kuku, and then another person you'll see soon. Ginko is the traditional type, and I thought she'd be more of an Umi. However, she reminds me more of a Shioriko, if you know what I mean. And one of her weaknesses is that she likes to go with the flow as to not look weird in front of others. And also, she likes Kaho a lot. And if we already established that Kaho's buying the hot dog, then Ginko would definitely order the hot dog as well. And moving on to Kozuzu, I think that she would order the Costco hot dog combo. However, my friend pointed out that she looks like someone that would forget to eat it, so I guess we'll put her there. Now, Hime is not just an idol otaku. She's also a pro gamer, which automatically qualifies her to get the Costco hot dog combo. Moving on, we have Saras, who I think would personally get the hot dog combo, but other than that, there's something I want to point out about Saras. I mean, look at Saras. You may think that she's the Ween type. I mean, she's half German for Pete's sake. But no, she's not the Ween type at all. She's actually like the cuckoo type. This girl's a meme queen. Apparently one of her talents is that she can imitate others, which I don't see Ween doing that, like at all. And to round out Hasu as a whole, we have Izumi. Now, Izumi's physically fit, but her favorite food is hamburgers, so she's definitely ordering that combo. And not just that, she's not just eating the combo, she's also shoving that hot dog down Saras' throat. And with that, Hasunosora is done and everyone's on the list. Wonderful. And that probably means I should get into Hasunosora, which I will get into the future. Only problem is I look at these episode lengths and I realize that I have no time. I'll get to it. I'll get to it eventually though. Up next, we have the School Idol musical. And listen, I may know only a little bit about Hasunosora, but that's a little bit. I know jack shit about the musical. Like, listen, if you show me a picture of Ginkgo, I'll recognize her. But if you show me a picture of this girl, I don't even know her name. I know it was a stage musical, which became adapted into a TV drama, which I actually meant to watch back then, but I didn't end up doing for some reason. You know, originally I was gonna skip them for the video, but then I read their wikis on the pages, and I was already doing that with a lot of these characters, so you know what, they're being added to the list. But we're gonna do this really quickly. There's gonna be another lightning round, and I don't know their names, so it's gonna go something like this. Yes, no, yes, 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 no, yes, 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 yes. Was that 10? I wasn't keeping count.
It was my understanding that everyone had heard.
Heard what?
Brian, don't!
All right, now we have finally reached it, the end of the line. This is the most recent idol group in Love Live history. That's right, this is Ikizulive, aka Love Live Bluebird. I hate to admit this, but Ikizulive is actually the first Love Live group that was introduced after I got into Love Live. So this group kind of holds a special place in my heart, even though they've only existed for like 6 months. But I love Love Live Bluebird so far. I love how they're all tweeting and it's really fun. I love all the callbacks to the previous series, and I especially love the music. The music so far has been fire. But once again, I'm gonna keep my glazing to a minimum because we're here to answer the question, who in Love Live Bluebird would get the Costco hot dog combo? But seriously, when is that anime coming out? Please announce it during the first live, okay? Now, as we established at the beginning, one of the Bluebird girls is definitely getting that Costco hot dog combo, and that of course being Aurora Konohana. And why is Aurora getting it? Well, she's basically an Angelino. She has definitely tried the Costco hot dog combo at some point, even though she kind of prefers Trader Joe's, but you know, that's whatever. Up first, we have Polka Takahashi, aka everyone's favorite dumbass. No, seriously, if you thought Honoka was a dumbass, well, like Polka is another level of dumbass. She can't do math for the life of her. So she's kind of like me, you know? And you know, going by that logic, Polka would definitely grab a Costco hot dog combo. Now up next, we have Mai, the computer nerd of the group. She does a lot of coding, and she also grew up with a big family, but also another thing. She plays Minecraft, and we all know Minecraft is played by true gamers, and gamers love the Costco hot dog, so therefore, Mai would definitely order the Costco hot dog combo. Up next, we have Akira, the health nut who hails from Numazu. Now you may think already that, oh, she's from Numazu, she can't go to a Costco. And that's when you realize that Love Live Bluebird actually takes place all over Japan, and that the specific branch that Akira is in is actually in Tokyo, because these girls go to an online high school. Akira's probably seen a Costco, but as I said earlier, she's kind of also a health nut. She focuses a lot on protein, fats, and carbs. In fact, her favorite foods is kale. But in one of her tweets earlier this year, she mentions that she started eating a lot more hamburgers when she's around her friends. So I think we can assume that if her friends were to go to Costco, she'd also order the hot dog combo. But I'm gonna put an asterisk on that and say that when she orders that combo, she's getting a Diet Coke, and she's also taking the hot dog out of the bun and just eating the hot dog by itself so that it can fit in her macros. And to round out the Tokyo girls, we have Hanabi. Personally, my favorite so far in the entire Bluebird cast. I don't know, Hanabi just gives a lot of Shizuku energy. But here's the thing, she's also very, very traditional. I mean, she wears a kimono 24/7. Like, if you were to take her out of the kimono, she'd be wearing a kimono underneath. Now, I really thought she wouldn't buy the hot dog. However, then I realized I was looking back at my script and I was thinking, oh right, if she's with her friends, she'd probably get the hot dog too. So, yep, Hanabi's getting the hot dog combo. And with the Tokyo girls done, we move on to basically Kanazawa Prefecture. I think it's Gifu actually, I don't know. But this is the branch with Miracle and Noriko. Now here's the thing about Miracle. She has a lot of great potential for anime drama. I mean, the whole reason why she's in an online school is because when she went to baking school, she kept having fights with the teachers like, oh my god, this girl is insane. And apparently she wants to be the Shohei Ohtani of the baking industry. I don't know what that means, but you go girl. So would she eat a Costco hot dog? Yeah, I definitely think she'd eat a Costco hot dog just for inspiration. And also she'd very much like it and probably shove it down Noriko's throat. And since we're talking about Noriko, let's go to Noriko, who is honestly the most relatable character to me. You know, she's pretty self-deprecating, she doesn't really think highly of herself. Also, apparently she wants to hide her thick legs. I don't know what that's about. And by the way, have you listened to her song One Time Password? I mean, one of the first lyrics is literally her saying, hey, stop looking at my chest. Like, girl, you're 15. But we're getting sidetracked here. Would she order the Costco hot dog meal? Yeah, probably, of course. I mean, if she's with Miracle eating the hot dog meal, she'd probably order one as well. Maybe multiple. Maybe if Miracle buys a lot and she's like, you go eat all of that, girl. Go on. I don't know what I'm doing with my life at this point. But yeah, Noriko definitely ordering the Costco hot dog meal. Norigote. And with that, we move on to Osaka, where the other school is. Now, Aurora is in this school, but we already talked about her, so that's finished. And so we have two other students here. Let's start off with Midori. This shit was so easy. No, literally, Midori is one of the craziest Love Live characters of all time. I mean, not only is this girl an environmentalist, but they ham it up with that environmental message. Every time she tweets, she's like, all right, guys, let's save the planet. And her song, oh my God, her song is a trip. I love it so much. The song is literally just one giant environmental message. I mean, the chorus is literally no plastic, no carbon. It's awesome. And also in the song, there are lyrics which allude to her being vegan or vegetarian. I mean, she says that she eats soya meat, and also that beefsteak makes her hesitate. But at the same time, there's art of her eating takoyaki, which has octopus in it, and I don't think octopus is sustainably farmed. And also, according to her, her favorite foods are as follows: cream stew and s'mores. I don't think cream stew is vegan at all, unless she replaces it with like oat milk or something. Nonetheless, I love Midori. Midori is super fun, but she's not eating that damn hot dog. It's a fate worse than not getting it. Hey, what's up? Future me here again. It turns out that Midori isn't actually vegan. She actually just confirmed this a few days ago. Yeah, I'm sorely disappointed too, but I'm still keeping her on there. I don't want to change that. Up next, we have Yukari, our fellow ballerina theater actress idol. Now, I like Yukari. She's pretty cool. I mean, her song is amazing, and it's really funny that in one of her tweets, she mentions that she went to the shrine, and she saw someone wish for a Switch 2, and she just tweeted that. That's hilarious. But the thing is, I was about to put Yukari in no, she would not get the hot dog, because number one, ballerinas have a very strict diet. But then I realized that one of her favorite foods is hamburgers, and we're just gonna assume that she likes eating meat as a whole, and you know, hot dogs are meat. So yeah, she's eating that hot dog. Hey, it's me. You know, straight up, I was gonna make an excuse saying that Shion's part got obliterated from my computer, but if I'm being honest, I was just not really satisfied with her part, so I'm gonna re-record it right now. You know, I've been working on this video for like a month and a half now, and I've made barely any progress, and I leave for Japan in like a few days. This is gonna be rough, guys. Shion Sasaki is the final character of the night. I can't believe we're finally here, folks. And Shion is hands down one of my favorite characters from Bluebird. And also, her aesthetic is just really cool. We need more gamers in Love Live. Also, I just love her vibe. I don't know why. I just can't describe it. I just love her vibe. Now, there are two ways we can go with this. On one hand, she definitely wouldn't get the hot dog because, as we established, Umi wouldn't get the hot dog. And if Umi's not getting a hot dog, do you think her number one stan will get a hot dog? No. But on the other hand, now that she's joined Ikizulive and she's opened up a bit, yeah, she'd definitely go to Costco with her friends and get a hot dog. And have you seen her diet? I mean, Calorie Mate, instant ramen. Dude, a hot dog from Costco would totally fit right in there. And if anything, it's a lot healthier than those two. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not a nutritionist. And with that, we basically finished the entire list. This is all the main idols in the Love Live franchise up to this point. And that's when I realized that I forgot about the rivals. All right, for the rivals, let's just make this quick. A-Rise, absolutely not, would not get the combo. Saint Snow, yes, absolutely would get the combo, yes. Sunny Passion, yes, would absolutely get the combo as well. But Sakshi, yeah, she'd get the hot dog combo as well. And with that, we finished this damn list. Oh my God, this took forever. Holy. I don't really think this is an accurate list, but let me know in the comments what you think about this list. Do you think I should change the placements? Or do you think I'm a bum ass? That's how I end the video? Really? I don't even go to Costco? Dude, I gotta fix this. Give me a second. I just give the hot dog to my mom. God, I really like Love Live a bit too much.